right, it gives me great pleasure to gather here today, this afternoon, with so many of our elected officials and school board officials that are here that I'll announce. And let me start so I don't forget with the former councilman from the city of Yonkers, Frank McGovern, good friend. So it's good to see him here. And of course, my left, you have Anthony Landy, who's our deputy mayor. You have Mike Breen, who's the minority leader for the Yonkers City Council. We have Tasha Diaz, the majority leader of the Yonkers City Council. John Rubo, councilman here for the city of Yonkers. We have Rose Linton, who's one of our trustees, who's with us here today. The superintendent of schools, Dr. Casada, who you'll hear from soon, and you'll also hear from the Reverend Lopez and others, and we'll announce as we go forward. So we took on a lofty mission just 7 years ago, and that was to rebuild our schools and update our aging infrastructure that has plagued our district for far too long. And we are finally here today. Today is the topping off ceremony that signifies that we are one step closer to seeing the fruits of our labor. Soon, this space will be fully built out and occupied by 700 of our young Yonkers children who will prepare for their future in a new, modern, sustainable campus that they can call their own. Better yet, this school will become the heart of this neighborhood and will be accessible not only for educational enrichment, but also be the benefit of all the people that live here and everyone in Yonkers. And we are even more fortunate for the opportunities to dedicate this school in recognition of the positive change Justice Sotomayor represents to our district and our students. My hope is that she'll join us when we open the doors next year. That's right. So today it would not be possible without the commitment of our Yonkers State delegation, that they are in Albany fighting for us, fighting for additional aid. So I want to make sure that I thank them individually, starting with our Senate Majority Leader, Andrea Stewart-Cousins, with Senator Shelley Mayer, with our Assembly delegation led by obviously Gary Pretlow and Nader Sage, and the members of the state delegation. Thank you for being there for us and fighting for us. It's important. I also want to remember that we are mobilizing as a united front. It's always important that we remember that we're mobilizing a united front for Yonkers schools, and that mobilization is what got us here today. Let me also give special thanks to the Yonkers Joint School Reconstruction Board, the Yonkers IDA, the Yonkers Board of Trustees, again with Reverend Lopez as the head, Dr. Edwin Casada, the Yonkers City Council, and KD&G Architects and Russ Davidson for what you've done here today. So I'm going to start with asking a representative for the City Council to say a few words. Representing the City Council is our majority leader, and also this is her district, so it's really appropriate for her to come up and say a few words. Tasha Diaz.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon. As the mayor said, yes, this is my district, but this is very important to me. Why? Because not only am I a product of Yonkers Public Schools, I am the councilwoman of the district and the majority leader of the city council. I never dreamt that I would be standing here before. I would be standing here saying, wow, after 20 years, me being a lifelong Yonkers member, I'm here to see the opening of a brand new school. I attended Yonkers Public Schools, and I think I came out pretty good. I think I'm okay. So that's what I want to give to our children. I want to give back that I got from Yonkers Public Schools and my children got from Yonkers Public Schools, because they are our future, and that's what our job is. The Yonkers City Council has brought down record-breaking monies to ensure that whatever the children need, that they have gotten. So I want to say thank you to my council colleagues. I want to say thank you to our mayor, and I want to say thank you to our superintendent and our trustees, because without them, this would not be possible. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Majority Leader Tasha Diaz. She works so very, very hard as a councilwoman here for her district and for the city. We have the Board of Trustees that are here today, and we have a president of our Board of Trustees, the Reverend Steve Lopez, a good friend and a real solid supporter for our school and moving our district forward, and one of the reasons why so many wonderful things are happening. So let's give a nice round of applause and hear it from Steve Lopez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm joined by Trustee Rosemary Linton, who is joining me here today. I'd like to thank the City of Yonkers, Mayor Mike Spano, for his leadership. He's the education mayor. He has been for quite some time. He's you don't know how many meetings we've had with Dr. Quesada, City Council, the state delegation, to actually allow this to begin. The mayor just recently talked about a new school that's going to be planned for and built. We have 3 on the sites, and the Grant Park location is a wonderful place. So get ready, Yonkers. We're continuing to move upward and forward when it comes not only to education, but quality of life and a wonderful place to be. So thank you so much for joining us today, and I look forward for the topping off ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you. The next person I'm going to introduce is actually really doesn't need an introduction, but as you know, as a mayor and with the city council, you need a good, strong administrator to run the Board of Education. And Yonkers, especially my time as mayor in the very beginning, it was a little shaky in the first 2 or 3 years. But as soon as Dr. Quesada was made the superintendent, things settled up and our kids started to really excel. And now our children are graduating with over 90% graduation rate here in the city of Yonkers. He's really a great superintendent. So give me a nice round of applause for our superintendent of schools, Dr. Edwin Quesada.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. I don't know, but I got to bring some energy to this event. This is a celebration. I don't know if you noticed this, but this is a party. You know, it's been 20 years since we do this. So let's not be quiet about this. Let's be loud. Let's be excited about this. Thank you. Thank you. You know, Mr. Mayor, under your leadership, the dreams do come true. You know, and that's what this is. Dreams becoming a reality on behalf of those that are most important, our children. Let us not forget that it was Mayor Spano who began this conversation about rebuild Yonkers schools. You know, I remember getting to know Christina Gilmartin because it was not easy to conceptualize that idea. You know, for someone that's been here 25 years, when an elected officials come to you and says, we're going to rebuild Yonkers Public Schools, you tend to have some apprehension, right? And I felt that way at that point. But you know what? My apprehension has become a true reality. So thank you, Mayor, and to your entire team. Thank you to the Board of Education, who actually said this rebuild Yonkers schools can be a reality. And what we did together is we went and sold this product, and we sold it well. And because of that, the City Council came on board, and most importantly, our state elected officials came on board. And as a result, we are not just doing a school, but we are doing multiple schools in the Yonkers Public Schools. So this is exciting times for the city. This school needs to serve as the anchor for this community. That's what it needs to be. Imagine the concept of community schools, a school where pre-K children will be learning, pre-K 8 children will be learning, a school where medical services and dental and vision will be provided to them, a school where their social emotional needs will be attended to, not only for the children of our community, but also for the adults around us. So this is, you know, this is a feeling of accomplishment. And I did not know what a topping off ceremony was until Christina told me what it was. But I call it as the beginning of the end for me. So I'm really excited about this. I think great things are going to happen here. And I just wish that the principals of Sonia Sotomayor that what she believes in continue to be alive for generations to come in this incredible school. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Doctor. No, he does have so much energy, does he? That's why our schools are doing so well. So I think it's time for us to just wrap it up, and we're going to go sign the iron bar, the last piece that will be taken up to the top and put in place. And you know what? Maybe 200 years from now, somebody will expose it and show us who we were back then. So, and they'll see us as visionaries. Come on, let's do this.